fucking screen, coward.
Myself. What am I, coward? I'm talking to you. You ain't even saying.
When a man sees that a woman is able to bear children and able to take on his sexuality, that's when men are, you know what I mean, intrigued or persist or want to see a woman, or I'm sorry, a young girl at the time, because we're talking about minors right now, actually. I think that's crazy. I think that's crazy. Yeah, I think that's crazy. I don't know how things were back. We know how things were back in certain times. Even in like Islam, we understand, like, you know what I mean? They talk about the prophet even, you know, there's even conversations that go on with the prophet. We don't live in these times. We live in a Western civilization, all right? We also live in a patriarchy as well. So when men start to put the same comparisons on men and young boys or men and young girls and women, you cannot really compare it because we live in a patriarchy. You know what I mean? So you have to understand that. That plays a major role and a major part. So I see in the conversations that have been had, they've been talking about when a young man, if he catches a charge or does something, they try him and charge him like an adult. You know what I mean? That is something different. That is something totally different. Okay? When we're talking about sex and we're talking about children, this is a whole different conversation. All right? And again, we have to be very careful when we are talking about that. All right? Because also in that same conversation with 2K, Illa was going into how men don't need to deal with these goofy ass women that's here and they need to be going abroad. Okay? And we understand that abroad conversation gets very weird. We have Floyd as an example in Brazil that's locked up right now. Okay? Because if you're abroad and you could get away with schmurder, right? Would you turn down a younger woman, young girl, that is, in your case, that you could pursue? You know what I mean? Would you? So this is a very tricky conversation. You feel me? A lot of men that want to go abroad can't get women here. You can't get a woman to submit here. You can't get a woman to get on your time in here. So they go abroad to do these things. You understand that, right? So we have to be very careful when we're talking about those things, right? We have to be careful when we're talking about these things. So I can understand how people are taking it, Illa. I can understand how people are taking it. I'm not putting this on you to say you're that and this is how you moving and grooving and that's the type of energy you want. Only God holds, hopefully you are not. And I'm not saying that you are, but based on the conversation, you know what I'm saying? The conversation was getting weird between you and 2K. It was getting very weird. You know what I mean? I'm just going to say from my perspective, it was getting weird. You know what I mean?
The screen.
Why don't you
share the screen?
All right, share your screen and let's see you. I don't want to see a picture. Let's see you.
This ain't a picture. This is the transcript of what you actually said.
I want to see you. Show your face while you talking.
And I want to show you what you said while you sit up here lying to these cornballs in this audience. What you running from?
What am I lying about?
Put your words up and let's see if you can stand on them. Put your words up.
What you want me to share?
Put your words. My screen is back there to be shared, fam. Let's just share it. I don't want to go do another video and talk about this. I want to understand what you meant when you said this.
Good. It's shared. Let's go.
Now, when you say, I'm asking what you meant when you said this.
I'm listening.
Okay, so that's not what a woman is looking for in maturity. You said that a man is looking for sexual attraction. He's going to mold you into everything else. So once a man sees throughout history, once he sees that your body is able to bear children and you are able to take on his sexuality, that's when a man feels like a woman is ready. I don't agree with that.
I
don't agree with that either. I don't. Because a lot of time men want to deal with younger girls or younger women that's younger than them because they want to take advantage. They want to do that, like you saying, molding. But if you really like that, then you can mold the OG or G or whoever the fuck. So it's not that serious. You know what I mean? But a lot of time people pursue younger women because it's a lot of times it's an advantage taken. We have to keep it real. That's why. Because what comes with an older woman is she's been through that shit already. She's been through the games, the running around, the people running game on her, all that shit already. So she's at a place in herself where she feels that she knows what she wants now. She knows what she wants now. Feel me? And a lot of time, grown ass men, they run away from that challenge. They don't want that. So if you're dealing with a younger woman as a grown ass man, right? Then you're able to use finances, things that you have, resources, and all these other things as leverage, right? You can use these things as a leverage to get a younger woman, some people, young girls, to do the things that you want them to do. All right. But based on the conversation, it seems like it's based on lust, is what we're lusting for. When we're looking at something, oh shit, she got a fat ass. All right. Let's say that person was a transgenny. Let's say it was a transgenny. Okay. You see a person walk by with a fat ass, don't you say? But when you come to see the person's a transgender. Now, what do you say? I think that conversation is the same thing as you pursuing a younger person and finding out a person is young, because you're moving off lust. You're not moving off of something that's real or based on something that's real. It's lustful. That's what it is. You know what I mean? It's lust. That's what you're moving on. It's lust.
Gotta fucking agree with it, nigga, but it's the fucking truth. When you out there, bro, listen, I heard you. This is a great try. Shout out to Taz.
I'm listening. I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm listening.
A man, what he looks for in a woman, regardless if she's 25, 35, 40, or whatever, he's looking for someone that is physically capable of taking on him sexually and not inundated with so much of other people's ideas that he can't impart his own.
I don't think men are looking for young women that's able to take them on physically, sexually. I don't think that's what men think about. At least the men I've seen, at least the men from my neighborhood and from my hoods and the hoods we've grown up in, I don't think that's a thought on their mind. Can she take him on physically, sexually? I don't think they think about that. I don't. No, I think men think about what they want to do. They think about having sex. That's just what they think about. And a lot of times, like I said, it's all lust. You think a man say, yo, let me see, yo, can she take me on sexually? Let me see, she too small. People be pursuing smaller type of chicks. You know what I'm saying? They may be older. Some women are older, but they small frame, they kind of small. You think a man is saying, yo, she too small and shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people want some thick chick and a big, you know what I mean? Some people want that. But a lot of times, let's just put this into percentage. You think that's what's on a man's mind when they're trying to pursue a woman? Or, you know what I mean? From a male to a female? You think so? I don't know. And then the lines get blurred because some people only pursue younger people. Some people just do that. That's what they do. So now we place ourselves in the same pool as the people that only pursue younger women and young girls. So as a grown man, what are we really looking for? I'm not saying some people could be overdeveloped, right? It's life. We get that, right? But when you look at a person, you don't see a person's young. You look at young guys as a man, and I look at a young guy and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, he's young and shit. You see that. You don't see that the person's younger than you and the person is young. So what type of person are you going for? Are you going for a person that's in your age range? Are you pursuing a woman that is in your age range? That is the question. What kind of woman are you pursuing? And a lot of times it comes back to that molding. You want to mold her. You want to make her move in the manner that you want her to move in. But if you really that guy, you could get a G, or OG, or anyone to move on your timing because that's what it is, because you are that. A lot of guys, we could put that shit in the 80 percentile to me. I might could go higher, are not that guy. A lot of men don't even have sex. Straight up, they're watching Pornhub, Hobie. That's a fact. They not doing that, bro. So think about these things that we're saying. I get how shit was from ancient history and all of that, but we're not in ancient history. We're living in the present. The world is getting weirder as the days go on. And a lot of men run from challenges. That's why they don't want to deal with older women or women that's in their age range. If you in your 40s plus 30s, going into your 50s or whatever, right? Because what comes with an older woman or a woman that's in your age group comes with all of the shit that she's been through, like all of the shit that you've been through. And people run from challenges. It takes a certain kind of an individual, woman or man, to approach challenges, attack challenges, want a challenge. Tell me.